everybody. Welcome back once again. Another edition of Inside the Headset. A little windy outside, so we will decide to do it inside. Going to be a little dark, but we'll still get the audio in. I am here now. It is week 10, game 9, and we're in non-region action this week as we approach game 9 of week 10. And I'm on the campus of Rockville, and I've got with me the head coach of the Rockville Rockets, head coach Brian Guthrie. How you doing tonight, Coach?
I am fantastic.
Sorry for the long introduction,
That's
but we're
all right.
back again, and always a pleasure to be out here. It's been a couple of weeks. I watched you play your team. I didn't watch you play, but I did watch your team play against Stewart's Creek that Thursday night before we went on break. Let's rewind a little bit. I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to, but at the same time, I just felt like your quarterback, Ben Caudell, and the Stewart's Creek Redhawks, they really took advantage of the situation that, knowing that your quarterback maybe is not as experienced in that backfield, they rushed him quite a bit. They put a lot of pressure on him, really forcing him to make a decision, jailbreak, whatever you want to call it, but it was literally hike the ball. You've got about 3 seconds. You better do with it what you think you need to do with it, and if not, black jerseys were everywhere, Coach.
Yeah, they did what they needed to do,
Yeah.
and we didn't, and that's how it boils down. I mean, we as an overall football team, we didn't play very well.
I think you were looking at break, and maybe I'm wrong, or I don't know what you were looking at, but it just didn't seem like you guys were the same Rockville teams I'd seen in the first couple of games.
Yeah, and I mean, I just we just weren't mentally ready, and that's my fault. That ultimately falls on me. We just weren't mentally ready to play, and they were, and they wanted the game more than we did, and they took it.
Yeah, and so you end up there, and then you go into battle, take a little break. How did break go for you? How did the fall break? How did you feel like your team, you're transitioning, you're trying to find out, because the guy that was your backup quarterback now becomes your main quarterback. You have to have a new backup, which was the third string, but at the same time, I was thinking a little bit on the way out here too. You're probably thinking, is there a guy that could run Wildcat, maybe get us 5 yards when I need 5 yards? Because you're at the point now, you're really, you've got 2 games, 2 sets of 48s in front of you. I mean, and it's kind of the seniors' decision, I guess, because it's actually the 2022's team, but at the same time, aren't you really in a situation where you tell these guys, it's I want to put somebody back there that you also got confidence in, you think can help us score and help us win the game? Is that,
Yeah, but we've got confidence in Malachi. I mean, he's grown, he's getting better every week, and he just didn't have the in the battle experience that Mayhew did, and so we feel confident in Malachi, and he's our guy, and we're going to stick with him, and like I said, he's getting better every week, and
because I was thinking more about like when Logan Nowacki, you would just throw him in there, but yes, he's good for 7 yards.
Yeah.
He gets you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against anybody. I'm just saying that now you're down to what you got.
Right.
It's like playing cards. This is all we got, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to go in the game.
But to answer your fall break question, we practiced Thursday afternoon and Friday morning.
Okay.
And I ended up having to suspend, 10 or 12 guys because they didn't show up for practice. And so when we played Blackman,
it's a team sport, and you expect those guys to come in.
We were our starting receiver, starting corner. There were some guys that were suspended and couldn't play because they didn't make the right decisions.
How did the guys that got that opportunity, how did they handle their opportunity? At the same time, you look at those and, hey, guys, it's your turn.
Yeah, we ended up starting 10 out of the 22 starting positions. We ended up starting 10 sophomores that night against Blackman.
Okay.
All 3 receivers, 2 guards, quarterback. On defense, we started, I can't remember how many sophomores, but it was a total of 10. on both sides.
But they didn't do that bad because we were monitoring that score, and the game had not unwound yet.
Right.
I mean, it unwound a little bit later on as the game as he kept going, and he got him wound up on his side and got the offense rolling. But at the same time, those younger guys did a real good job.
They
did not.
They did. I mean, we got behind 14-0 pretty quick, and but after that, we did a pretty good job of answering scores.
Right.
Settling down. Yeah. And so, but then it got to a point where, toward the end there, where we were about to start subbing, but I guess he decided he needed to score some more points, so he kept his first in, so we had to.
Kept swinging. He swung, you swing.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what, you swinging.
Yeah.
So anyway, you get done with that, and now it's a real big game, like they all are big games, Coach Guthrie. I don't want to play on this, but at the same time, you go into this game on Friday night, your next opponent, and as you look at it, and here we are. We're down to the nitty gritty. I mean, 13 days. Today is your day, but after today, and after tonight falls, you basically got 13 days left of the regular season. How are the guys taking it as we head into these last few days? I mean, what are they looking at as far as Friday night as a football team based upon what you know?
Well, I mean, we're going. We don't. We kind of we've taken pride in saying we're going to play every play, and that we're not going to go away, and that's what we did Friday night. I mean, we just kept battling back, and I was real proud of our kids at that. Especially we had some young kids out there, but going into Friday night, we feel good about what we've got in front of us. Coffee County is a very, very good football team.
That has gotten better.
Defensive front is very big and physical and strong. And then they're good on offense. They've got a quarterback that's a dual threat guy that's really good. They got a receiver that's really good. I mean, they're a good football team. They're not number one in their region for no reason. So we need to win that game so that we can finish at least 5-5.
And that guarantees you.
Or 6-4.
Yeah, that guarantees.
Doesn't guarantee us, but if we finish 5-5, that helps us with with a playoff tiebreaker scenario.
Right.
I think
it's like 93% is what Dean Pox said that it does. If you can get that one, there's about a 92% chance you can get in.
Yeah. If Stewart's Creek beats Riverdale, we're in.
Yeah.
We're in 100%. So, but that's the last game of the season. And then, of course, if we beat Oakland, that would be a big difference. But, playing as many sophomores as we are, that's going to be a tall order. But we're going to give it a go. But we need this one. It's a homecoming game. So, you got to battle all the distractions and all that kind of stuff. But, we're just going to go in there and fight. Our kids are great kids.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's the best part about this. They know what's in front of them. Whereas, some coaches may try to paint a rah-rah speech or something. You're like transparent with them. You're like, all right, guys, what do you want to do? I mean, we're down.
This
is your deal.
It's your football team. And we're going to coach you hard. And, how this ends is how it's going to be, is the way you decide. So
I think you drawing the line in the sand with those other guys on Friday, letting them know, if you think I'm not, going to keep the tight ship and stand with not only those other kids, it's also about the other kids that decide to be a part of the team that show up, and that's the reason why you did it, isn't it, Coach? Yeah. It's really about the guys that dug it up, and hey, they showed up. They showed up on time, and I'm going to give them their justice. I'm going to do what we're going to do.
100%. We're starting to get a few kids back. We'll get hopefully we're getting Luke Peterson back this week, who's an outside linebacker senior for us that's had a knee injury, and hopefully getting him back. And we're getting Casey Maget back, who's had an ankle injury. He's a senior tailback. That's going to help us. And, so we're getting a few guys back. We're not getting DJ Thornton or Brendan Mayhew back, and we'd love to get those two, but with those broken feet, broken ankles, it's kind of hard. So, but we're starting to get a few back and getting some people back healthy, and hopefully we'll have Landon Anderson back off concussion protocol this week. So those things will help us out tremendously.
You approach the last 14 games. Anything you want to say or to the faculty and staff. We will be back next week, but as you head into this homecoming, I know it's probably a little while going to happen all this week with a little extracurricular activities, but anything you'd like to say to Mr. Luker and his staff?
Well, no, I mean, Mr. Luker, the administration, our faculty has been very supportive of me, of our football program. I know we've hit a 3-game skid here, but it doesn't matter. They're still right.
Family.
They're still right behind us, and they're pushing for us, and they'll show out. They'll show up on this coming Friday night for homecoming, and be rooting for us. So, just proud to be here. Love where I am. Love our kids. Love our faculty. Love our coach, our administration, and our kids and our coaching staff, and just in a great place. It's hard sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Not everything is, and but I'm truly blessed to be where I am right now.
Well, and the kids need to understand life is not fair, and life isn't easy, and it's all hard. I want to give a big shout out to the leader, Mr. Luker. I was over at the Stewart's Creek game. He whipped out his card and helped me get in for free. So I appreciate you, Mr. Luker.
He's a big supporter. I can always count on him. It helps that he's an old football coach, but he kind of, he gets it. He understands. He knows what's going on, and so just real blessed to have him as administrator.
Anything else I forget, or anything else you'd like to say? Rockville Rockets tonight, Friday night, right out here at the launch pad. That game is against Coffee County and the Red Raiders, and it kickoffs at 7.